The Dust Bowl. My thesis is that humans caused Dust Bowl with help from additional environmental factors. The Dust Bowl was mainly in effect during the 1930s and 1940s. The Dust Bowl affected the whole entire nation, but the states that were hit the worst were Colorado, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Texas, and Kansas, as well as Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, and Wyoming. The afflicted states were bombarded with huge, never-ending dust storms. To combat the effects of the dust, people wore dust masks, like the three women shown here. Before the dust storms, the Dust Bowl area was agricultural, and the crops that grew there were quickly smothered out by the dust storms. In the interview, Elroy talks about how the dust storm damaged the crops.
No, it was terrible. I know when I started farming, I sowed alfalfa south of the house a ways and had the ground nice and smooth, you know. And my wife had just cleaned house and the hell of a dust storm come up, and you guys should have seen her house, and it just made her sick, you know. And it even blew seed out of the ground. Of course, you didn't plant it very deep, you know, but in the yard, then there was a little alfalfa come over all over.
This is an interview of Helen Bolton. Unfortunately, I was not the one to conduct this interview either. She will be talking about how quickly her crops died because of the dust storms.
One year we had the most beautiful corn, and I think that was in the 30s, and it just looked like it could really make a lot of corn. Well, it looked beautiful one day, and then 2 days later there wasn't nothing. I know the guy that hauled the fuel out to our place, he said, "That's the best looking corn I ever seen." Well, in a week's time we didn't have any corn. So that's how quick it dried up.
Of the Dust Bowl. The main factor that contributed to the Dust Bowl is the human intervention of too much farming and destroying the land. If humans had not intervened in the area of the Dust Bowl, then the land of the Dust Bowl would remain as it had been for centuries, unchanging and constant. During World War I, the demand for food greatly went up because of the need to feed the troops. The farmers realized that they can make a lot of money by producing more crops. In order to produce more crops, they began to plow the land. Because of all the plowing, the grasslands quickly died. Humans were not the only cause of the Dust Bowl. The Dust Bowl was also made up of strong winds and the drought. But when the plants were plowed down by the farmers, the grass began to die. The Dust Bowl is very windy because of the flat plains. In addition to the flowers plowing the land and killing the plants, the area was also hit by a huge drought. The combination of the drought, lots of sun, the dead crops, and the wind led to the dust storms. The almost constant dust blocked out the sun, preventing anything from growing. With their crops dying, farmers began to lose their money. Because farmers lost money, they and their families had to leave the area. They left for places such as California because they were hoping for more opportunities. This is a picture of a farm during a dust storm. Fixing the problem. In 1935, the government passed the Soil Conservation Service. The Soil Conservation Service promoted soil rehabilitation and made farmers plant trees and grass to hold down the soil. With trees and grass to hold down the soil was less likely to fly away in the dust storms. Because there was less soil, the dust storms had less dirt in them. With less dirt in them, the dust storms became less powerful. The significance of the Dust Bowl is that too much farming can have really bad impacts on the environment. The Dust Bowl made people realize the importance of a healthy environment. Without a healthy environment, everything else suffers. To help people understand the importance of their environment, environmentalist groups were started.